Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we've traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
Thank you for you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa.
We are at the John W. Engman Theater in Northport, New York. And what we're doing in this concert, Johnny and I are recreating the actual set list that Simon and Garfunkel performed live in Central Park on September 19th, 1981.
IBM released the very first personal computer. Jennifer Hudson and Beyonce Knowles were born. Simon and Garfunkel performed live in Central Park.
I had written a song with my friend Brian Wilson, not that Brian Wilson, another Brian Wilson, just as talented. And we wrote a song called Here's to You, which is a tribute song to Simon and Garfunkel. And Lee and I were looking for a project to do together. And my mother suggested Simon and Garfunkel because she loved that track so much. And then Lee came up with the concept of Live in Central Park. And recreating such an iconic concert is an exciting and ambitious project.
Goodbye to Rosie, the queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
That concert and the subsequent album, especially this song list, for whatever reason, it really does resonate strongly with people.
And so they get those songs minus all the rain.
Right.
That happened on that night.
Took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw. I've come to look for America.
It's a very American style of songwriting and music. And they wrote a lot about, you know, America's cities and traveling through the country and traveling on buses. A lot of traveling songs, you know, Paul Simon seems to be really drawn to that in his writing. Songs that are inspirational, like Bridge Over Troubled Water, which has won so many awards. But those songs are not only inspiring, but unifying as well for an audience, I think.
I'm going to Scarborough Fair. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
You know, neither of us necessarily sound like Paul Simon or Art Garfunkel, and so we do it in our own voices. We don't change a huge amount of the harmonies. They really are so iconic that I think if we played around with them too much or messed around with them too much, it would almost kind of ruin the material and that moment for people because they're so used to hearing it.
Ain't you got no rhyme for me? Doobie-doo-doo, feeling groovy.
I have a vocal trio called Three Men and a Baby Grand, and one of the guys was not available, and we were doing a cruise. Remember, we went to Iceland, almost died. It was horrible.
3 seas converged.
It was horrible. It was the worst storm I've ever been in on a ship. Anyway, so I called Johnny and I said, do you want to do this, you know, cruise gig with us? And he said, because I knew I needed to find someone that could play and sing and harmonize, and he can do all of that. And so he said, sure. So that's really when we started working.
Don't need to discuss much, just drop on the key, lady, and get yourself free.
Well, hopefully the tour will be going on for years to come. We're currently booked through the summer of 2017. So it continues. Is it just JohnnyRogers.com?
Yep.
JohnnyRogers.com or LeeLessac.com. We have all the tour dates on there.
Let go